Hello friends, today we will discuss about some C# programming important concepts about string. So here is the list. What is string and string builder in C#? What is the difference between string and string builder? What are string classes along with string methods? What is verbatim string with example? So let's begin. Our first topic is a string. So what is a string? String is an immutable sequence of characters, meaning once created it cannot be changed. Any modifications creates a new string object. So basically string is immutable, means it cannot be changed. If we assign any value to that string and then it will create that particular object for that particular value, and if we want to insert new value with the concatenation, then it will create a new object, not use the earlier object. So this is the main thing of string. It always creates a new string object every time. If we want to insert new values, means concatenate the value into the string, then it always insert new value to string. Now here we have string example. Here we are passing some value, means hello, into this string, and then we create new string and pass the same string value to this one, and then we concatenate new value to the same string, where first we insert some value with this one. Now here is the thing, it will create new object here for concatenation. It will not use that previous object for inserting the value into that same object. And here we are displaying this one, and here we are just checking that these object references are same or not. So let's see this one in Visual Studio. Now let's see the string example here. Suppose if we put some value into this string, means programmers, and then we create second string and put the first string value to this one. Now if we want to add or means concatenate some new value to this already created string, then what will happen? Developers. Now let's check the output, what it will give us. First value we have here, and then second value. Now let's see. Now here we have the values, two values. That is here we can change this one with the second value. Now we have first value and second value. First value where we concatenate new value to the same string, means first it creates a new object, and then if we try to concatenate with the new value, then at that time it created new object for this new value. So this is the main difference in string. And here we pass the same first created value into the same string. So here is the thing, it is using the only first object. It is not concatenate the new created values into the same object. It always create a new object for every value. So this is the main thing in string. Here we have two values, first one is programmer developers and second one is programmers. So if we want to check it with this one, can check with object dot reference equals to first value, second value. So with this function, with this object function, we can check that this value means here we are using same object or not. To check reference of object in string. here we have false value, means it is not using the same object for inserting the new value. It is always creating the new object for any new value, means if we want to concatenate, means to add some new value to the string, then it will create new object for that particular value. So this is the concept of a string. Next we have string builder. So what is string builder and how it is different from string? String builder is a mutable class in system.text namespace. It is used when frequent modifications to a string are required, more efficient than string. So string builder is a mutable. Mutable is like if we want to append, insert, remove, replace or delete methods we can perform. These operations we can perform in string builders, means we can add new string. If we want to add new string, then it will use the same object, not create the new object. So this is the best thing in string builder. And if we want to use it, we have to use the namespace, that is system.text namespace. And suppose if we have a requirement where we want to do the modification in a very frequent way, then we can go with the string builder. Otherwise we can use the simple string. Here we have the example of string builder. First we have to initialize it, and before this one we have to use the namespace system.text namespace. Here we are initializing some value into the string builder, and we append this new value, and next we insert some value, and we use remove operations, replace method, clear methods. All these methods we will see in Visual Studio. Now let's see here string builder. First we have to add the system.text namespace. Here it is added. Now we can use string builder. First we have to create the instance of string builder. Here we can pass some value by default, and suppose if we want to add new value to this string, to the same object, it will not create any new object, it always use the same object which was created earlier. Here we can append some new string, means developers we can add here. Now let's see what will be the output of this one. And now let's check this one. So here we have a first value that we initialize it on the initialization time CSharp, and we append some new string, means a new value to the same string through the string builder. But in append method, it always add the new value at the end of the string, not the starting of the string or not in the middle of the string. It will always add this new value to the last of the string. So here we can append. Next we can see if we want to insert some value on some particular position, that thing we can also achieve, like if we want to add new value after CSharp and before developers, so this thing we can also achieve. First we have to use the indexing, means indexing starts from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. It always starts from 0. So here is the thing 0 and 1, and we want to start from 3. Now we have to put the indexing value and the new string, new value which we want to add in the same string. Here we can add programmers. Now this string, this new value will insert after CSharp and before developers. Now let's see this one. Here is the thing in string builder, we added programmers. to the same value, and it did not create any new object for adding the new value. It always use the same object as before. And here we insert the programmers into third indexing value. Okay, 0 1 2 3, it starts from third value, and it inserted the programmers after C# and before developers. So if we want to add some specific string value into specific portion of that particular string, then we can use insert method. Suppose if we want to remove some value, that thing we can also achieve. If we want to remove C# from that particular string, this thing we can also achieve. And it also follows indexing, means 0 1 2 3, like that. It always start from 0. If we talk about indexing, it always start from 0, then it will increase according to the length of the value. Here we can set 0, and how many characters we want to delete or remove. We want to remove 2 characters from here, C#, then we have to set here 2. Now let's see what will be the output of this one with the remove operation. Now here is the append method, insert method, and remove method. In remove, you can see C# is removed from this value. Okay, so if we want to remove some particular characters from any particular value, particular portion, then we can also achieve this one with the remove method. First we have to set the indexing, means on which particular place we want to remove, start the removing process. And the next one is the length, means how many characters we want to remove from that particular value. So this is the length, and this is the indexing. It starts the indexing from 0 and remove 2 characters from that particular string. Next we have replace. Suppose if the need arises, if we want to replace some characters with the new characters, that thing we can also achieve with this replace methods. Let's see how we can achieve this. Suppose here we want to remove programmers, and instead of programmers we want to add some new value. Here we can add hello world. Now this method will remove programmers and add hello world to the same string, same object. Now let's have a look at this one also. Here we have the replace method, where the programmers was removed and hello world was printed, or means inserted into the same string. It is a replace method where programmers is replaced by hello world with space. We added one space with hello. So this is a replace method in string builder. Suppose the need arises, if we want to clear all the value from that particular string builder, then we can use clear function. With clear, it will remove all the value from that same string. Now let's see how it can be done. So with the clear method, it clears all the string, means hello world developers. It clears all the string from that particular value, means string builder. So these are the methods which we can use according to our need, according to a requirement of the program or the application. We can use that string builder. It is mutable type. We can, if we want to have frequent modifications according to our requirements, then we can append, insert. If we want to remove some characters, if we want to replace some characters, if we want to clear the string values, then we can achieve with all these methods. First one is append, if we want to add a new value, and insert if we want to add some value at particular position according to the indexing. Next is remove, if we want to remove some particular characters from that particular value, then we can achieve it with remove method. First we have to set the indexing where it is started from, and second is the length, how many characters we want to delete from that particular string. Next replace, if we want to replace some string with the new string, means new value, then we can achieve it with replace method. And if we want to remove the value from that string builder, then we can achieve it with clear method. So these are the string builder methods. Next we have difference between string and string builders. First one is mutability. So string is immutable, cannot be changed once created. So string is that if we create any new value, means we initialize it with new value, then it will always create a new object for every new value. If we want to add some new value, then it will create new object for that particular value. Means if we want to concatenate any new string, new value, then so that's why it is immutable. It is not good for modifications. Now next is string builder. It is mutable, it can be changed without creating a new object. So if we want to have a frequent modifications, then we can go with the string builder because it is mutable and we can do modifications according to our requirements. Next one, performance. It is slow for repeated modifications, creates a new object every time. So it is not good for performance base, because if we want to have some modifications on frequent basis, it will always create new object which consumes more memory. And next one is string builder. It is fast as compared to string because it is mutable, and if we have modifications, means frequent modifications, if we want to add new data, remove some data from that, then it is good approach. Next one is memory usage. It is inefficient if a string changes often, allocates new memory each time. So it is immutable, so that's why it is not good for modifications. It always creates new object, it consumes a new memory each time, so it slows down your applications. And string builder, it is efficient for frequent modifications, reuses internal buffer, means it is good for modifications. Next one is operations. It is best for small text, read only or few changes. So it is very good for a small, if we have some small text, means small values we have, and we do not want to did modification into this one, and it is only mainly used for read only, and some few things we can do in string. But in string builder, it is best for large text processing, append, insert, remove, replace, and many times. Means it is good for if we have bulk amount of data and we want to do some frequent modification, then we can use these methods like append, insert, remove, replace methods as many time as we can. Namespaces, string, if we want to use string, then it is we have to include the namespace system.string, system namespace. Next one is a string builder. If we want to use this one, we have to add a string.system.text namespace, and its use cases are, it is used in constants, small concatenations. If we do not have big concatenations, meaning big modification we do not have, then we can go with the string one. And if we have a heavy data, means a bulk amount of data we have to do the modifications according to the requirements. Means if we want to use in our loops concept, dynamic text generation, heavy string editing, then we can go with the string builder. Next topic we have, that is string class. String is a class in system namespace that provides many methods and properties for string manipulations like string, substring, replace, etc. So string is a class where we have many methods, many inbuilt methods we can use. If we want in our application, in our program, then we can go with these methods. Here we have some methods of string class. First one is length, returns the number of characters in the string including space. If we have a need to count the characters into any string, then we can use a length method for this one, like this text.length. It will give us total number of count, that is 5, this string, and it also includes the space. Next one, we have a trim method. It removes the leading and trailing white spaces not in the middle. If we want to remove the white spaces before that string or after that string, then we can go with the trim method, like this one. It removes all the white spaces from the starting of the string or from the end of the string. Next one, we have replace method. Means if we want to replace all occurrences of a substring with another substring, as we already saw into string builder, if we want to replace the string with the new string, then we can do it with the replace method. Let's see some string class methods. Suppose here we have string methods. Suppose here we want to count the total number of characters into that particular string, then we can go with length. String methods dot length. Now let's see the result of this one. Now we have total number of characters, that is 11. So this is the main function of length method. Here we have started from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 0 to 10 we have, means total length is 11 we have into this same string. Next thing, if we want to remove the extra spaces, that thing we can also use here with the trim. String methods dot trim. Suppose here we can insert some, and we can comment this one. Here we add some white space before that value or after that value. Now this is the thing of string method. It will remove all the white spaces before and after of the value, not in the middle of the value, only before or after of the value. Now we have programmers. It removes all the white spaces, means extra spaces, from the starting of the value or from the end of the value. And we can also use trim end, means if we want to only remove the white spaces from the starting of the string, then we can go with the trim start. And if we only need to remove the extra spaces from the last of the value, then we can go with the trim end method. Next, if we want to replace some values from this particular string, that thing we can also achieve, is replace string methods dot replace. First we have to put the old values, mean old characters, how many characters we want to remove and what type of characters we want to remove. Suppose if we want to remove this one only S, then we can put here S, and for this we have to add first space and then C#. Now let's see what will be the output of this one. Now as you can see, it removes the S from the programmers and it adds one space along with C#. So this is the main method of, means main functionality of replace method that we can use in string. So these are the three methods: length if we want to count the total number of characters into that particular string, then we can achieve it with the length method. And if we want to trim, means if we want to remove the extra spaces from starting or from end, then we can go with the trim method. And if we want to replace some characters and we want to add some new value, then we can go with the replace method. Here we have some more methods. First one is contains, checks if a string contains a given string, returns true or false. So contains method do if we want to check that here we have some matching characters or not into that particular string, that we can achieve with the contains method. But here is the thing, it will only give us boolean value, means true or false. Next method is split separator. It splits the string into an array of substrings based on a given separator. If we want to split up the string values into some portions, means if we want to put all the string into some array of string, then we can achieve it with the split method. Next one is toUpper method. It converts all characters in the string to uppercase. If we have all the characters into the lower string, then if we want to all the characters to be in uppercase, means in capital letters, then we can use toUpper method for this one. Next we have substring. It returns a portion of the string starting at the given index with optional length. Substring is a concept where we set some indexing value, means it is always starts from 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. It always starts from 0. And the second thing, we have to put the length, how many characters we want to get from that particular value, then we can achieve it with a substring. It gives us portion of the string. Now let's see some more methods of string. First we can see contains method. String methods dot contains. Suppose here we want to have some methods like this, and we want to check that developer's value is existing into that particular string or not, then we can achieve it with the contains method. First see its result. Now we have the true value, means it is existing into the same string. Suppose if we put here CSharp, then what will be the output? Here the output that is false, means CSharp is not existing into that same particular string. So this is the main thing in contains. If we want to check that some value is existing into the string or not, then we can go with the contains method. Suppose if we have a string like this one, and we have to put this into string of arrays of string, then we can use split method. String methods dot split. Now suppose if we want to display this result, then we can string methods dot write line array of strings, and next we can value of this one. Here we have to have this array of strings. Now let's see the output first. Here we have three values, arrays of string. First one is programmer, second one is developers, third one is CSharp. So it divides all these three values into a list, and added into a particular group, and now one by one it display all the values through the for each loop. So here is the thing of split method. If we want to split any values inside that string, then we can go with this one. Means here in anywhere if it find comma, then it will split that particular string into one value, and it will create this one into new value, and third one we have three values for this string. Now it will add one by one into the string of arrays. Arrays concept we will covered into a little lectures. Now we have to first focus on string methods. So here is the thing of a split method. If we want to split up the string into multiple values, then we can do it with a split method. Next we have here we want to uppercase string methods. So here is the thing, means here we have the value, but some are in capital letters, some are in lowercase, and if we want to set all this value into the uppercase, then how we can achieve it? We can achieve it by dot to upper method. Now let's see this one. Now here is the result. We have all values in uppercase, means in all in capital letters. So this is the to upper method. If we want to set all the values into uppercase, then we can do it with the to upper method. Next thing we have, if we want to get some specific values from that particular string, means we do not want all these values, we only want developers here, then how we can achieve this? We can achieve it by substring method. String methods, substring, like this. First I already told you we have to use the indexing and total length. First we have to put the indexing where it will start, and second one is the total length, how many characters we want to display. Then if we start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. From 13 it will start the indexing, means counting the value, and how many characters we want to, means how many length of that particular characters we want to display, then we can count this one also. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 0 to 9 we have, means 10 count we have. Now let's see what it will give us. Now we have the developers, means if we want to get some portion of the value, portion of the string, then we can achieve it by substring. First we have to set the indexing value where it will start, and next one is the length, means how many characters we want to display, that we have to put into this substring. Next we have some more methods of string class. First one is indexof. It finds the index position of the first occurrence of a specified character or a substring. If we want to get the indexing value of that particular string, then how we can achieve it? We have this indexof method, so we can achieve it by indexof method. Here is the thing, here we want to check a world, and we want to check where it starts from, means it starts from 6th index. Next one we have starts with. It checks if the string starts with a specified substring. So if we want to check the string where it is starting from, means what is the starting character of that particular string, that thing we can also achieve it with start with the method. Here we want to check pro, then it means it is the starting of the string or not. Then it will check that here this one value is started with pro. Next one we have ends with, same as that of start with, means it is check the values from the starting, but with the end method it will check the value from the ending position. It checks if the string ends with a specified substring. Now if we want to check the string that is ending with the particular string, then we can achieve it by ends with method. Now let's check some string methods. Suppose here we want to check the indexing of some particular string, then we can achieve it by index of method. Index of method, string methods dot index of methods. Here we can check, suppose if we want to check developers, means where it is started from, what is the index value of this developers, so we can achieve it by index of method. Now it is started from 13 index, so this is the value of indexing, means 13. We can count also 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. So this is the indexing value, means developers is started from 13 value, so it gives us 13 value for this indexing. So if we want to count the indexing, then we can achieve it by index of method. Suppose here the need arises, if we want to check some value that is started from this value or not, then we can achieve it by starts with method. Starts with string method dot start with method, and here we have to check this one. So now let's check. So it is giving us true value, means it is started from programmers, means these are the starting characters of this value. Suppose if we want to, if we add dev here, now what will be the output? Here we have false value, means the value is not started from dev. So with the starts with, if we want to check the starting value, means starting characters, where is the position and what is the starting character of that particular value, then we can achieve it by start with the method. Suppose if we want to check the ending position, check the ending value of that particular string, then how we can achieve it? We can achieve it by ends with the method. Now let's check this one also. Now it is giving us true value, means it is ending with the CSharp value. Suppose here we want to remove this value, and we can put the start of the value, then it is giving us false value, means here we are checking from the ending, not from the starting position, so is false for this particular value. Next we have some more string methods. First one is to lower method. It converts all characters in a string to lowercase. Suppose if we have all the characters into the uppercase, means in the capital letters, and if we want to display all the values into the lowercase, means into the lower string, then we can achieve it by dot to lower method. PadLeft method, it pads the string on the left with spaces or a specified character to reach a given total length. PadLeft method means we have 3 characters only into any string, particular string. Here we have 1 2 3, like 3 characters, total number of characters is 3, and if we want to add 3 more characters, then first we have to add total length of that particular string. 3 is already added, and if we want to add 3 more, then we have to put 3 plus 3 6, total 6 characters we want into that particular string, and we want to add 0. And PadLeft means it adds a 0 from the starting of the value, means it add 3 zeros from starting from the left side and another remaining into the last. Next one we have equals method. It compares two strings. It is case sensitive. If we want to check two strings that have the same value or not, or it is a case sensitive also, means if we want to check the letters or characters should be in the same format into the first string or into the second string also, then it will check, means then we can use equals to function. Otherwise it will give us false value. It gives a boolean value always, true or false. Some more methods of string. First we have to check .to lower method, string methods .to lower. Now here we have a mixed number of characters, means some we have in capital syntax, capital letters, and some are in lowercase. Now it will convert all the values into the lowercase. First let's see the output of this one. Now we have this one output. It changes the values of capital letters to the lowercase. Here we have P in lowercase and D in lowercase and C also in lowercase. So this is the main functionality of .to lower method. Next we have PadLeft method. PadLeft method, string methods, PadLeft. We can remove all this. Here we have only two counts, two characters into this particular string, and if we want to create some extra length with this particular string, then how we can achieve this? We can achieve it by this one. We have to set this length to total 5, but here we have only 2 values. Now it will add 3 more values before this C#. If we want to add some space, if we want to add some character, anything we can add. Here we want to add A. Now it will add A before this C#, and it completes the total length of 5. Here we have the PadLeft, means it adds 3 times A before the C#, because we are using PadLeft. On the left side it will start, so that is the starting position. Suppose next one we have PadRight. If we want to add that same total number of count, but from the right side, then it will add this one to the right side. This one is PadRight. Now here we have PadLeft and PadRight. PadRight, it adds the values from the right side, means from the last position it started adding 3 more values, because it want to add total 5 number of characters into that particular string. So this is the PadLeft and PadRight. If we want to add some characters, any integer values, then we can achieve it by PadLeft, PadRight methods. Next, if suppose if we have 2 string, and if we want to check both strings are same or not, then how we can do it? We can achieve it one method, that is .equals method. String method dot equals to method. Here we can generate a new string equals method. Now it will check that string is equal to this one or not. but it will give us only boolean value, means true or false. So the thing is here, it is giving us false value, means the first string and second string is totally different from each other. Now if we want to check this one, we can put same value in both strings. Now it will give us true value because both string values are same. So for achieving the equality of string, then we can achieve it by equals to methods. So these are the methods of string class. Next we have verbatim string. A verbatim string literal is used to ignore escape sequences and allows multi-line strings. Verbatim string literal is used to ignore some spaces, means if we want to remove some slashes from that particular string, means if we have some URL and with the double slashes we are using into that particular URL, now with the verbatim symbol, means at the rate, we can use only single slash for this one, means it ignores all sequences. It is used to ignore escape characters like /n, /t, double slash, etc. /n is used for if we want to put a string into a new line, it will also ignore this. And if we have some spaces, if we press tab key, then it will create some spaces, it will ignore this one also. And if we have some URL where we have double slashes, then only we have to put single slash. So it is very useful for file paths, SQL queries and JSON XML formatting. So it is very useful if we have any URL with along with the file paths, then we can use with verbatim string. It is very important to this particular situation. We can use in SQL queries, JSON XML formatting also. A verbatim string literal is prefixed with the @, and if we want to use this verbatim string, we have to put @ symbol before that string. Here we have some examples of verbatim string. First one is /n. It is a simple string. Now it will give us the hello into the first line and world into the next line, because this is for next line space. Next we have /t. It will give us more spaces. If we press tab key, then it will give us more spaces. This is the simple value, simple string value. Next one we have a verbatim string. It removes all the characters, means /n, /t. It will remove. It will not use this one. It will use as consider it as a simple string. So let's check the verbatim symbol. Suppose first we can use simple string with the developers, and then we can use it with the verbatim symbol for new line, for space, for verbatim string. Here we can set it to some spaces, and here we can achieve all tools into verbatim string. First we have to set it the values. We can check all these things. Now suppose if we want to use verbatim string, we have to put symbol of @ before that string. Now let's check these all three. So we have all three values. First one is /n, means it put the simple string into the new line, means programmers into the first line and developers into the second line. For this we can achieve it by /n. If we want to put the next string into the next line, then we can achieve it /n. Next one we have programmers developers. If we want to put some space into that particular string, then we can achieve it by /t. And here comes the verbatim symbol. Here it is considering /n and /t as a simple string, not as a new line character or not as a space. So this is the thing in verbatim symbol. It ignores all the extra symbols which we are using inside this string, means a slash n or slash t. It ignores all these strings. So this is the thing of verbatim symbol. Next one, we have some more example of verbatim string. First one, we have some file path, okay, and we are using with verbatim symbol. Next we have multi-line strings, and next we have double string values. Now let's see some more example of verbatim string. Suppose here we have some path, means some file path we have. Then how we can get this one? So this will be the .csv. So this is the simple string, and this same thing if we want to use with verbatim, then how it will react? We are using double slash with simple string, and with suppose if we remove slashes, single slash from this one, then it is giving us compiled an error. So if we want to achieve it, we can achieve it by @ symbol, means verbatim symbol. Now let's take a look on this one. Verbatim string we have. Now let's check out. So we have the values. C documents file.csv. So these are the two strings. Second one is verbatim, first one is simple string. So its behaving of considering the string is different. First we have to use the double slash. If we want to use simple string, then we have to put double slash, and if we want to use verbatim symbol, then only we can use single slash for this one. Next suppose we have some value, means multi-line values, multi-line string into simple string. Programmers, developers, CSharp, and we want to do all this same stuff into the verbatim symbol. Then how it will react? With the @ we can use programmers, developers, CSharp. So it is not concatenating the string. First we can have a look on the result of both the strings. This one is verbatim. We can comment this one for now. Now let's see this result. So this is the multi-line concept in verbatim symbol. In simple string, it considers all the three values into the same line, not in the different line as we added into the next line, but it prints all the values into the same line, but not in the case of verbatim symbol. If we want to use @ symbol, then we will display all the string as it is, as we added. So this is a verbatim string for multi-line characters. It will add the new values into the new line as it is, as we added into the same string. One more topic we have, suppose if we have double quotes values, programmers, and here we have to add this one like this, but in simple string it is giving us the error, and if we want to use the verbatim, the error is removed. First check the result of this one. So here is the thing, if we want to display the value in double quotes as it is into the display value, then we can achieve it by verbatim symbol, not with the simple string, because it will give us an error, compile time error, but not in verbatim symbol. So as it is, we have the result, means we want to highlight C# with double quotes into while displaying the values, then we can achieve it by verbatim symbol. So these are the examples of verbatim symbol. Next we have the summary. So let's recap what we learned today. First one is string. So string is a immutable sequence of characters. Any modifications creates a new string object. So string is a immutable. If we do not want to have the frequent changes into a string value, then we can go with string, but we cannot do modifications like add, insert, remove, because every time if we concatenate some new value, it will create some new object. And we also saw these examples for length. If we want to check the total number of length into that particular string, then we can achieve it by length. And if we want to remove extra spaces before the string or after the string, then we can achieve it by trim method. Replace, if we want to replace some specific characters from that particular string with the new one, then we can achieve it by replace method. Contains, if we want to check some characters that is available into that string or not, means or existing into the string or not, then we can achieve it by contains method. Anywhere in the value it will find out that particular characters if it is existing. Split, if we want to if we have three values and we want to put that three values into that particular arrays of string, then we have to split up the code, and then we can add that three values into the three arrays of string. Next we have to upper method. If we want to put or set all the values on the uppercase into the capital letters from the lowercase, then we can achieve it by to upper method. Substring is that if we want to get only some specific portions, means some specific characters from that particular string, then we can achieve it with substring. First we have to set the indexing, means from where it will start and how many characters, means how many values we want from that particular value, then we can set it. First we have to check set the indexing value, comma, next one is total number of length we want. Next one we have string builder. A mutable class in system.text namespace is used for efficient string modifications. String builder is a mutable class. We can easily append, insert, remove, replace, perform operations into that string because it is mutable. If we have frequent changes into that string values, then we can go with string builders. We can achieve these methods, means if we want to append some new data, we can use append method, but it will add the value, new value to the last of the string. Insert, if we want to insert some characters into that particular string, only some specific location, then we can use insert method. Next we have remove. If we want to remove some specific characters from that particular string, then we can go with remove method. Replace, as I already told you, if we want to replace some characters from that particular string with the new one, then we can go with the replace method. And if we want to clear the all values from the string, then we can go with the clear method. Next we have string classes methods. A class in system namespace that provides methods and properties for string manipulation. As it is means we have some string methods available into the string class, which we can use. That is inbuilt methods that we can achieve if we have some requirements on our application. Here we have some methods like indexof. If we want to check the indexof, means some value we want to check where it is start from, but is the specific value of the index value of that particular string, then we can achieve it with the indexof method. Starts with means if we want to check the starting of the value, means starting location, means this string is starting from that particular value which we are providing, then we can go with the starts with method. Ends with is like if we want to check the particular string value is ending with that some characters that we are providing, so we can go with ends with method. To lower method, if we want to change the all capital letters to the lower case, then we can go with to lower method. PadLeft is like if we want to set some properly some length of that particular string. If we have 3 characters into that particular string, and if we want to add some new 3 characters, then we can achieve it with PadLeft. First we have to set the total number of length, means 7 length we want into that string, comma which character, which number we want to add from the left side, then we can set it with that number. Next one we have verbatim string. A string little prefixed with @ that ignores escape sequences and allows multi-line text. Verbatim string is that it ignores all the escape sequences. As I already told you, if we do not want to use /n/t for this one, it will ignore all these symbols. And if we have some specific file path with the double slash, then we only need to use the single slash when we are declaring some value to that verbatim string. So these are the concepts we studied today. You can practice all of them into your Visual Studio. If you have any doubts related with these topics, you can mention them into the comment section. Now let's wind up today's session. Thanks. See you in the next lecture.